What made growing up in the 1970s so special? That's what we're reacting to today, man. If y'all new to my channel, my name is Young Fob, you know what I'm saying? I be reacting to a lot of classic NBA basketball, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really been curious. Besides basketball, what was going on in the really the 90s, the 80s, but today, what made growing up in the 70s so special, man? Hey, if y'all new, hit that subscribe button and let's go. Okay. Feel me? Now these big tired things going on?
If you grew up in the 1970s, chances are you had a very different kind of childhood from what kids have today. In the days before helicopter
nostalgic.
playdates, and participation trophies, there was a generation of kids who grew up with less supervision and more self-reliance. While our parents contended with gas lines, political turmoil,
Well, I'm not a crook.
and economic crises, we were riding our bikes with our friends. often
Right.
miles away from
Okay.
home. We roamed
Hey, I
the
did that
streets until
too.
dark, returning to homes filled with lead paint and
So the
secondhand
street lights
smoke.
turned on.
Over the course of a 1970s childhood, we were going to make some questionable choices,
What?
take some risks,
Setting things on fire?
get scraped, scratched, and sunburnt, leaving us
I mean, I guess if you're not hopping on the game, what else is we doing?
with both scars and memories we'd carry for a lifetime. Please join me for a return to the days when Tonka trucks were made out of metal, and Lego
Hey.
sets didn't require instructions, only imagination.
Really? I didn't
Please
know there
join
was an
me as we
era
take
like
an
that.
authentic look back to see what growing up was really like for kids in the 1970s.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go. Safety
Kids
first.
today are harnessed into booster seats until they're 10 years old and are expected to put on helmets before they get on a tricycle.
Bro, I was not in no booster seat when I was 10 years old, bro. What is we talking about?
Let's just say that the generation of parents who raised us were a little less safety conscious. To start with, most of us came home from the hospital wrapped up in a blanket on mom's unbuckled lap. As soon as we learned to crawl, we'd be climbing back and forth over the seats and making ourselves comfortable wherever we felt like. Instead of drop-down video screens and iPads, we amused ourselves with the radio buttons, window cranks, and ashtrays.
Oh, wow.
Learning
Cars being
the hard way that
different.
a cigarette lighter
Wow.
can still be very hot,
Woo!
even if it
Is this like something everyone was this kind of like an episode or like a canon event that everyone in this era did? They burnt themselves with a cigarette lighter. If so, let me know down below.
isn't still glowing red. If you had a station wagon, sitting in the cargo area was like riding around in a playroom on wheels. Although our family's Caprice estate didn't have the rear-facing third-row seat,
Oh, that's
it did have a
tough.
power rear window, which my mom was happy to roll down if we asked. We then proceed to hang out the back, making faces at the cars behind us as we inhaled the leaded fumes drafting back up from the exhaust. If your family didn't have a station wagon, you could always stretch out and relax on the back window deck, watching
Okay.
the telephone wires rise and fall against the sky as they sailed past those endless miles of wooden utility poles.
Bruh. I mean,
Although
hey,
it'd be
it seems like a
considered
vibe.
outrageous today, on long car trips, it was the perfect place for a kid to take a nap. Us 70s kids learned at a young age to value our freedom. We dreamt of the day we could finally drive a car, with most of us lining up to take our road test the day we turned 16.
Okay, so the
Until
the
that
laws
day.
haven't changed much since then. It's kind of the same thing still.
We contented ourselves by playing with any toy we could find that had
Damn, you could get this whole track for $16? $21? Fam, a track like this nowadays is like $150.
wheels on it, and there were plenty of options.
Wow, this
Family
is cool.
trips to Kmart sometimes led to a treasured new Matchbox or Hot Wheels car that we could race across the kitchen floor or through loops and jumps on those orange segmented tracks. You might have parked your cars in the Fisher-Price parking garage, the one with the crank-up elevator and the loud bell.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe rolled them down the ramp
Okay.
to the multi-level Hot Wheels service center. There were SSP racers, which you'd power by yanking a plastic zipper cord to get the metal flywheel
This is
spinning
looking
as
all
fast as
cool. This is stuff I feel like I was doing when I was a kid.
possible.
Playing with
before
toys like this outside and like riding my
letting it
bike.
loose down the sidewalk. This was the same way you powered smash-up derby cars, which were also from SSP.
Oh,
The Evel stunt bike was powered by a hand crank built into the launch ramp, and the bendy little
Okay.
Evel Knievel action figure always managed to hang on and stay upright no matter what the
What?
terrain.
How to
We
do
had electric
that?
train sets, slot car tracks, Tonka trucks for the sandbox,
Tonka truck.
speed burners that we'd race across the kitchen floor, and penny racers.
Okay.
And the girls weren't left out. Not only
Bruh.
did your sister Barbie drive a Corvette,
I'm
she had
weak.
an RV and dune buggy to boot.
Yo,
But even
everybody's
better than the
sister was
toy
lit.
cars were the ones you could ride.
Okay.
Thanks to our favorite role model, Evel Knievel, the life plan of every little boy growing
This
up.
was like a stunt motorcyclist of the era, right? If I'm not mistaken. How famous was this guy in the era? You know what I'm saying? Is this comparing like, The Rock, to today's era, or like a LeBron? Like how popular was this guy in the era?
In the
Because I ain't heard of him too much, but I know of him.
70s was as follows. 1. Get a bike. Preferably a Schwinn Stingray, and if possible, the top-of-the-line crate model with front and rear suspension, disc brakes, and a 5-gear
Bro.
stick shift on the crossbar.
Stick shift on a bike? Bro, this is sick.
2. Learn how to ride said bike without training wheels. And finally, 3. Become the hero of your neighborhood by jumping your bike over a record number of garbage
Oh
cans,
yeah.
other kids, or maybe just a big stack of flaming cardboard boxes.
What? Nah, bro, the kids were having lit. Kids were getting lit in this era, jumping over all these ramps and whatnot. Bro, I did the same thing, but mainly with like scooters and whatnot.
Of course, even Evel
And
had to start
skateboards.
somewhere, and so did we. You may remember rolling yourself in circles between the hand-operated wheels of a crazy car, or steering into impressive spinouts, gripping the steering levers of a green
Oh,
machine. There
dude.
were pedal tractors,
That looks sick.
pedal cars, and those janky homemade go-karts we hammered together with scrap wood and old lawnmower wheels. But for many 70s kids, myself included, our first taste of real self-propelled freedom was found behind the bright yellow handlebars of the original Marx Big Wheel.
Okay.
Our big wheels ran on pedal
Big wheel.
power, fueled by imagination. And thanks to all the cop shows we watched, our imaginations had plenty of scenarios to
Oh, and you
work
would just slide it. Oh
with. Of
yeah.
course, if you were big wheeling with a buddy, you just needed to decide who was going to be Ponch and who was going to be John.
Oh shoot! You tell me you playing cops and robbers and these boys? Hey, bro, I'm lit, bro. I wish we had these when I was growing up. What is we talking about? Cops and robbers and these? I'm sliding corn. Ooh, boy, these look fun, man. I wish I grew up in the '70s now.
Introduced in 1969
That's tough.
and made in Pennsylvania, the Marx Big Wheel reigned as the king of
Nah,
America's
bro,
South.
this is so pimp. This is such a good group chat. This is such a good photo. Like, sent to the group chat now when you're older, bro.
Sidewalks from the early 1970s
This is pimpin'.
through the mid
Pimpin'.
1980s. And while a version of the Big Wheel is still available today, it's just not quite the same as it was in the 1970s.
Bro, so you told me this is what Michael Jordan was doing in his kid days, bro? Ripping up one of these around his neighborhood, playing cops and robbers, bro? What? Getting lit.
With so many families moving out of the cities and into the new suburbs that were sprouting up far outside of the metro areas, many of us found ourselves living in neighborhoods right on the edge of large tracts of land that were still undeveloped. Eventually, all of these spaces would be turned into new subdivisions or future roads. But until
Right.
that happened, us kids just referred to these areas as the woods. Depending on where you lived, your woods might be hiding old rail lines, rock quarries, or even long abandoned houses. Some of these
Yeah, I was about to say, there's been so much developed since the 70s. Low-key, where did you go?
areas had been untouched for decades, so you never knew what you might discover out there.
Wow.
You could be out in the woods hunting the ponds for turtles and tadpoles and come across old tires, ancient washing machines, old car parts, and sometimes even
What?
old cars.
Dude.
Of course, thanks to the new houses that were being built everywhere, there was always a ready supply of scrap wood that we scavenged to build hideouts
Wow.
and tree forts back inside.
Look at these houses being new, but now they're like, 50 years old and worth like $500,000.
Over time, these little shacks would come to house small stashes of mismatched beer cans, near empty packs of cigarettes, and various weather-worn issues of a popular magazine published by the late Hugh Hefner. You could be out exploring the woods all day, getting into all sorts of potential trouble, but as long as you made it home by dark, your parents never seemed too concerned about what you'd been doing, or even inquire much as to where you had been.
Were all parents like this? I feel like there must have been some type of protective, like, hey, I mean, I guess you couldn't say, hey, where you at, but hey, where you going, when you gonna be back type thing.
All of your first friendships started with the other kids in your neighborhood, and while these may not have been the same kids you'd hang around with at school, your neighborhood friends were just a doorbell away. That's all that mattered when you were putting together a game of street hockey or backyard baseball.
Yo.
By the way, does anyone else remember what you did when you saw a moving van getting unloaded into one of the houses on your street?
Oh, you got lit.
Your friends would just walk right over, ring the doorbell, and ask whoever answered if there were any kids inside who wanted to come out and play. The thing is,
really?
Neighborhoods were just
that's how like cool it was to do that back then. Dang, that's kind of sad that times has kind of changed that way. Like, if you ring at someone's doorbell nowadays, most times people don't answer. It's usually because think about it, right? If you're going over to a friend's house, you're gonna see someone, you're gonna call or text them, hey, I'm headed your way, I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes. You feel me? Back then, it was a calm little ring on the doorbell, and even in my childhood, it was a ring on the doorbell. It's weird to just show up to someone's door today, is it not? Dang, bro, I remember doing, like, when we would ring doorbells as a kid, bro, that was lit, man.
Neighborly in the 1970s. And as a neighborhood kid, you were pretty much welcome to run around and play wherever you wanted, as long as you weren't causing any trouble. Back then, we were taught to be responsible for our own actions. If you got hurt doing something stupid on someone else's property, your parents weren't going to go sue the property owner. They'd just patch you up and tell you to be more careful next time. Back in the days before social media made everybody antisocial, people just seemed to get along better with each other.
Yeah.
They actually knew a lot of their neighbors. I remember one summer when one of our neighbors got a permit from...
Because, I mean, that was just the way to interact. It was just in-person talking. Like, phones weren't like a wall and a barrier, bro.
...the city to shut down the street for a block party. That day, families up and down the block hauled their picnic tables, folding chairs, charcoal grills, and coolers out into the street. While the adults drank beer and socialized with each other.
Oh, yo, that was lit.
The chance to ride our bikes.
Oh, and then the kids was out getting lit, whipping them boys, you feel me? I'm on that same timing, though.
While words can often fall short of expressing what something truly felt like, great music can sometimes...
in your pants, and then you'd get, like, a little screw on the side stuck and it would rip your pants or your shirt too. Bro, this is cool. Or like these little like kind of monkey bars thing going on down here. Wow, what a really good video to react to, man. I've been really interested in learning about these older eras that I, of course, didn't get to experience myself in. The 70s seemed to be like a really fun, energetic, super connected, and colorful era to be a child and be alive, you know what I'm saying? If this was a video that you connected with, man, hit that like button down below and comment down below some of your favorite memories from the 70s, man. Hey, if y'all new to the channel, hit that subscribe button because I react to a lot of classic moments on this channel, man. Y'all don't want to miss it. Hey, have a good day, and we'll catch y'all in the next video. Yes, up.